Hello, Kim again from Colorful Spirits. I've got another little painting here I'm going to get started, and it's a dog and a cat hugging, obviously pre-virus because they're not practicing social distancing. So I'm going to do the background similar to the way I did the giraffe, just because it's easy, but you could do your background any way you like. You could have a solid color. You could do, you know what I'm going to do, have some sky and some grass, however you want to do it. I don't have the best tripod. I ordered one. I'm hoping it comes in soon so that this will not be in the way. As I'm talking to you and I'm looking down at this painting, my face is right up against the phone. So, and I'm trying to paint around the leg of the tripod here. But and again, I'm being a little bit messy here, but it's all good. And again, I'm doing this on paper, but yours, if you decide to order it, it will be on canvas. I just have trouble storing all those canvases, so it's easier for me to do it on paper. I'll fix that part that's underneath the tripod leg later. And remember, especially on your background, to add water every now and then so it helps the paint to spread. And I'm going to kind of add a little bit of more white in there to sort of imply some clouds if you want to. It just makes a more interesting background than just a solid color. Alrighty, now I'm going to go down to my ground here. And again, we will work on the grass a little bit more later. I'm just going to get it laid down here for now. Grass is a little higher on that side, so I'm going to bring this up. Okie dokie. Alright, so now I'm going to mix a little bit of black and white together, and I'm going to mix some gray. And I'm going to start this kitty cat. And I think she's going to have kind of a white stripe down the middle of her face, so we're going to leave that out for now. And again, you can, I'm just doing it this way because, you know, I want to. You can do it however you like. You can make her all one color, you can make her polka dots, it doesn't matter, it's your painting, and the whole point is really that you enjoy creating the painting more than anything else. I may lighten some of this back up a little bit later. Or now, I don't know. I'm just lightening up some areas. I think it came out a little too dark. So, all right, now I'm gonna go down to her body. And that's definitely dark. And we're gonna go back and outline this later so that these little features stand out more. So picked up a little bit of green there. Okay, I'm gonna make her belly white, so I'm gonna leave that for the moment. And there'll be maybe a little bit of gray peeking through here. Alright, now a doggy. Wash my brush. I'm going to use the yellow ochre and the white, maybe a little bit of brown. See how that looks. No, I don't really like that. Let's see. I think we'll just use the yellow ochre. Sometimes the white kind of makes things cloudy. I don't like the way it looks. So this is just the yellow ochre, which is kind of a gold color. It comes in very handy. It's a great versatile color for a lot of different things. Okay, he's going to have a lot of white on him too, so I'm going to be going back. White and some darker brown as well. I'm going to make his ears darker brown, which again, you don't have to do. And this one is, made that one yellow by accident. Okay, let's see, is that all the dark? I think that's all the dark brown. And now I'm going to get a little closer to work on the other parts of their faces. Let's see. Okay, so he's got some, water on there. He's got a white patch on his face. And then his cheeks, or whatever you call this part, are going to be white. And there is white. Let's do down here, because some of that is very wet, and if I touch it, it's going to make a mess. Okay, now our kitty cat has a white stripe down her face. And we can go back in and make it look kind of furry. Okay, now the inside of her ears are going to be a little pink. And then I'm putting white in the corners of the ears, and there's a little, make it look a little furry, like there's some hair poking out of there. Okay. And we'll get back to a lot of that. Now I'm going to make the insides of her eyes. Green. And while you have the pink, you might want to, well, I've already passed it, but her nose can be pink. That might be too bright. And then her little tongue peeking out there. Okay. And then I'm going to do the inside of her eyes all black, and then we're going to go back and add highlights because they're too small. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the dog. I'm just going to make his eyes black and then go back in and use the back of my brush the way I do. I'm just going to make his whole nose kind of gray and then go back in later with the black to make the nostrils. Okay, we're going to do some outlining on this too. And again, I missed the pink with the his tongue. You could use red, you can use pink. Try not to use black, which I just picked up. I should have done this first. Yeah. So we're gonna have to work on that. Oh yeah, let me get back to that. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my kitty cat with a darker gray, and I'm going to give her some stripes that come in. And I'm doing these lines on the edges of her hair, kind of, you know, loose and jagged because I want it to look a little furry. I think I'm going to wait. I'm going to go around her eyes in a few minutes, but I think I want to let that dry a little bit more. And again, if you're struggling here, if you don't have a thin enough brush, you can use a marker. You don't have to fight with the paintbrush. See, and I'm doing his outline a little fluffy too. bring some stripes in back here too. All right, now I'm going to attempt to get around her eyes because we want a pretty thin line around her eyes. Magic marker may be the way to go for this part. And you can add some little wisps of hair. I have all different colors on the brush right now. I have no idea what I'm doing here. But now I'm going to use the back of my brush for the highlights. Okay. And then my girl. I'm in the wrong place. Okay, not perfect, but not bad. Okay, and then if you want to go back, you can go back in and add some kind of wisps in gray around her face, and you know, you can add some, oh, I see what I forgot too. There were some, I wanted to put some stripes up on her arm. So her butt could have probably been a little bit of a lighter gray down here. Can lighten it up a little bit, but so those stripes show a little bit more. Oopsie. Oopsie. So, like I said, you can play with this. You know, it doesn't have to have, the cat doesn't have to have stripes at all. Oh, and I wanted her foot. Forgot her foot here is going to be white. But yeah, it doesn't have to, it can be whatever you like. So it really doesn't matter. I can have some little loose hairs. You know, some little fluffs here or there. And then if you want to go back, and we could whiten up his little, you just have to be careful to make sure everything is dry, because you will wind up making mush or mud. Oh, let me get back. Do some. Try to get his tongue pink again. And then put a little highlight in there. I don't know if we can really see that or not, but alrighty, I think, you know, I think we're just about done with this. There's a couple of spots, obviously, that I could touch up here and there that I missed, but oh, I know what else I wanted to do. I just wanted to make it look a little more grassy. So I'm just doing some vertical, actually, and they don't have to be straight, because you know grass grows in every different direction. So just have fun with it, do some scribbles. We could do the same thing here, put a little shadow underneath them, because they are, you know, that would be in shadow. I just realized I have this zoomed in. Oh, yeah, we can still see it. Okay. So, I mean, you could take this, you know, as far, you could do something simple like this, or you can keep going and make it look more realistic. It's really up to you. But it's all about having fun and just enjoying the process. So these, oh, I can see something else on this. Goodness. And again, I'm using the back of the brush here. Those came out a little better. Get more paint on there. And then we can have some light whiskers. You don't want to touch that black. If I touch that, it's going to make a big old mess. I think I might have just caught some of it. But we just want to get some little whiskers in there. So All right, well, that's pretty much what we're doing here. Like I said, you can probably keep going with this in all different directions. You know, you can have some shadows, some little wispy things on his face. You know, you could definitely take this as far as you want to. But I'm just trying to create some fun little thing that y'all could do at home. So I will see you soon. Bye.